guys, we need to talk about what the is going on in the real estate market right now, because 2023 is looking a lot like 2022 2.0. Why? Because sellers are not selling, mortgage rates are going higher, and home buyers are going over the asking price. Just the other day, one of my home buyers submitted an offer, $600,000 purchase price. We were beat out by a cash offer on a single family home in the suburbs. Another one of my home buyers submitted an offer, $379,000 asking price. We were beat out because someone came in $40,000 over the asking price. You guys, make it make sense. So I'm creating this video so we can talk about all the intelligent reasons on why the market is the way it is, so then you can make an intelligent decision on whether or not you want to buy a house in 2023. And of course, if this video helps you, please like it, subscribe, share with a friend for your girl. And without further ado, let's get into all these juicy details. So before we move forward, I think we need to take a step back and do a quick history lesson, because understanding this piece of information will give you peace against the naysayers. Because the first thing you're going to hear is do not buy a house because the market's going to crash, or do not buy a house because mortgage rates are going to go back down. So picture March 2020, where the world was shut down and you could see a freaking tumbleweed rolling down your street. We were in the house not making a peep. So what did the Fed do? On March 15th, the Fed dropped their federal interest rate to nearly 0% and started buying mortgage-backed securities, aka bonds. When you buy or refinance your house, your mortgage is bundled together with other mortgages, and they are then sold as mortgage-backed securities. So those mortgage-backed securities are typically bought by institutional investors, your investment bankers, your 401ks. And so similar to 2008, the Fed stepped in because they're like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Nobody's buying these mortgage-backed securities. We got to stimulate the economy. We got to get some capital, some liquidity out here. So they started buying them like crazy, which that drove your interest rates super, super low. So what did we do? We started buying homes like crazy. Why? Because the cost of money was so cheap. Think about this, a 2.25% mortgage rate. So let's say you have a $500,000 house, even with New Jersey $10,000 in property taxes. That is going to give you a monthly mortgage payment of $2,700. It makes sense to go over asking price because, okay, you're asking $450,000, I give you $500,000. My mortgage payment is relatively low. And the fact that home prices are up 30-40% to 2020. A house that cost $500,000 back then is now costing $650,000, $700,000. And then once you add the higher interest rate, your mortgage payment is going to be like $5,000. This gives us the answer that we need on if the market is going to crash, because the home prices are up because we were willing to pay the high prices in exchange for the low mortgage payment. So the debacle that's going on in the market right now is a supply and demand issue. Why? There's no supply, which means there's a seller's market, because now the sellers are not selling. Think about this. If you are a homeowner and you have a 2% or a 3% mortgage rate and you like your house, you know, you may want another house, but you, for the most part, you like your house. Would you sell? Can you even sell your home and afford the next one? If the next home is $700,000, $800,000, and then on top of it, the rate is 6-7%. Home sellers are not selling, and I don't blame them. That is why there are no homes on the market, because it does not make financial sense for a homeowner to sell unless they're just rolling in the dough, unless they're relocating with their job, unless they are going to rent out their home, which that doesn't even help a home buyer. And that's another thing that a lot of sellers are doing right now is, someone told me the other day, they said, you know what, they want to move from North Carolina to Jersey. They said, you know what, like, there's no way I can sell my home in North Carolina because he's VA. His rate is like 1.75. He said, there's no way I'm selling this home. How can I help me qualify for this home in New Jersey and rent out the home in North Carolina? So if homeowners aren't selling, the 1 or 2 homes that come on the market, the homes that are nice, the homes that are desirable, and then of course, even from an investor standpoint, it doesn't have to be the big shiny one, but it needs to have a functional layout, has to be in a good location. Those homes are flying off the shelves and are, did I really say flying off the shelves? Those homes are going like hotcakes, and people are in bidding wars over these 1 or 2 homes that are coming on the market. And let's touch on the mortgage rates real quick. Anyone who's saying the mortgage rates are going to go back down to that has lost their mind, because you can go on Google. The low rates have never existed in U.S. history, ever. Can they go lower than a 7%? Yeah. Will they do that 2023? I don't know, because the Fed really has not disclosed their plan on how they can resolve the fact that they kept interest rates too low for too long. That's another conversation. Listen, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please share it with a friend, and I will just be back with another video next